America loves a good talent show. From the dazzling lights to the roaring applause, there's something magical about watching people showcase their unique abilities. We cheer for singers who hit the high notes, jugglers who defy gravity, and even those who can shove an impossible number of hot dogs in their mouths, all for the thrill of competition and entertainment. But what about the talent we rely on every day, the unsung heroes of our economy? These are the individuals who don't get the spotlight, but whose contributions are invaluable. Undocumented immigrants, often demonized and dismissed, are the backbone of industries we depend on. They harvest our food, build our homes, and keep our hotels running smoothly, ensuring that our daily lives are comfortable and efficient. Now, imagine a talent show where, just as a contestant wows the judges with their incredible performance, they're abruptly dragged off stage and told to leave the country. It's a jarring image, isn't it? That's essentially what's happening with Trump's deportation policy. This policy doesn't just remove individuals, it disrupts lives, families, and entire communities. It's a policy that threatens to rip apart the fabric of our economy and leave critical industries in shambles. Imagine construction sites left deserted, farms with crops rotting in the fields, and hotels struggling to maintain their services. This isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet, it's about real people and their contributions to our nation. These are individuals with dreams, aspirations, and a desire to build a better life. It's about families who gather around the dinner table, communities that thrive on diversity, and the very essence of the American dream itself. The dream that anyone, regardless of where they come from, can achieve success through hard work and determination. The question is, can America afford to lose this talent? Can we afford to let go of the very people who keep our industries running and our economy thriving? The answer, as we'll see, is a resounding no. The contributions of undocumented immigrants are woven into the very fabric of our society. They are our neighbors, our co-workers, and our friends. Their hard work and dedication are what make America strong and resilient. From the fields to the classrooms, from the construction sites to the hospitals, their presence is felt in every corner of our nation. They are the silent heroes who work tirelessly to ensure that we have food on our tables, roofs over our heads, and services that make our lives better. So, the next time we enjoy a meal, stay in a hotel, or walk through a well-constructed building, let's remember the hands that made it all possible. Let's recognize the talent that often goes unnoticed but is essential to our way of life. Because in the end, it's not just about the talent shows and the applause, it's about the everyday heroes who make America what it is. And we must ask ourselves, at what cost are we willing to lose them? The future of our nation depends on recognizing and valuing the contributions of all its people. Together, we can build a stronger, more inclusive America where everyone has the opportunity to shine. Trump's deportation policy is often framed as a matter of national security. But what about economic security? The economic implications of such a policy are far-reaching and complex. The truth is, deporting millions of undocumented immigrants would be a massive gamble with our economy, one that could have ripple effects across various sectors. This is a gamble that even the savviest Wall Street tycoon might think twice about. The financial markets thrive on stability and predictability, and mass deportation introduces a level of uncertainty that could be detrimental. We're not talking about a few bad apples here, we're talking about a significant portion of our workforce. These individuals are integral to the functioning of many industries. From agriculture to technology, undocumented workers fill roles that are essential to keeping the wheels of our economy turning. They are the backbone of many sectors. These are people who pay taxes, contribute to Social Security, and fuel consumer spending. They're entrepreneurs, homeowners, and consumers just like the rest of us. Their economic contributions are substantial and often overlooked. Imagine the impact on our economy if millions of workers suddenly vanished. Supermarkets with empty shelves, a shortage of goods, and a disruption in the supply chain would be just the beginning. The absence of these workers would lead to supermarkets with empty shelves, causing panic and uncertainty among consumers. Construction sites would grind to a halt, delaying projects and increasing costs. The housing market could face significant setbacks. Restaurants with no one to serve customers would struggle to stay open, leading to closures and job losses in the hospitality industry. These aren't scenes from a dystopian movie. They're the potential consequences of mass deportation. The reality could be stark and unsettling. Economists warn that the economic fallout could be severe. The loss of a significant portion of the workforce would lead to decreased productivity and economic stagnation. This isn't about rewarding illegal behavior, it's about facing economic reality. The debate over immigration policy must consider the economic ramifications. It's about understanding that the economy is interconnected, and that drastic measures can have unintended consequences. The economic health of the nation depends on a stable and functioning workforce. Deportation on this scale would be an act of self-sabotage, a blow to the very heart of the American dream. It would undermine the principles of hard work and opportunity that the country was built on. The American dream is about striving for a better life, and that dream is fueled by the contributions of all who live and work here. Undocumented immigrants are part of that fabric, and their removal would tear at the very seams of our society. Communities would be disrupted, families torn apart, and the social fabric weakened. The human cost of such a policy is immeasurable. America is a nation of immigrants, and our diversity is our strength. Embracing this diversity and finding solutions that integrate rather than exclude is key to our future prosperity. The path forward lies in policies that recognize the economic contributions of all residents and create pathways to legal status. This approach would strengthen our economy and uphold our values. In the end, the true gamble is not in keeping undocumented immigrants, but in losing them. The stakes are high, and the future of our economy depends on making the right choice. Let's choose a path that ensures economic security for all and keeps the American dream alive for generations to come. Let's talk about where our food comes from. It's a journey that starts far from the grocery store aisles, in the vast expanses of farmland that stretch across the country. No, not the grocery store, but the farms and fields where fruits, vegetables, and other crops are grown. These fields are the lifeblood of our food supply, nurturing the produce that eventually makes its way to our tables. American agriculture relies heavily on the labor of undocumented immigrants. These individuals are the backbone of the industry, performing the grueling work that many others are unwilling to do. These are the men and women who toil under the hot sun, picking our strawberries, harvesting our lettuce, and ensuring our dinner tables are full. Their work is not just labor-intensive, but also essential for the smooth functioning of our food supply chain. Now imagine those fields empty, the crops rotting on the vine. Without these workers, the fields would be left unattended, and the fruits of their labor would go to waste. That's the potential reality if mass deportation becomes a reality. The impact would be felt not just on the farms, but throughout the entire food supply chain, from the fields to the grocery stores. Farmers are already struggling to find workers, and removing millions more from the labor pool would be devastating. The shortage of labor would lead to unharvested crops, financial losses for farmers, and a ripple effect throughout the economy. Food prices would skyrocket, supermarket shelves would be bare, and the agricultural industry, a cornerstone of the American economy, would be brought to its knees. The consequences would be far-reaching, affecting not just farmers, but consumers and businesses alike. This isn't fear-mongering, it's the simple law of supply and demand. When the supply of labor decreases, the cost of production increases, leading to higher prices for consumers. Deporting undocumented farm workers won't magically make Americans want to pick lettuce in the hot sun. The work is physically demanding and often underpaid, making it unattractive to many. It will simply cripple a vital industry and leave us all hungry for a solution. The agricultural sector needs a stable and reliable workforce to thrive, and without it, the entire food system is at risk. Some might argue that technology and automation can fill the gap, but the reality is that many tasks in agriculture still require human hands. While advancements in technology are being made, they are not yet capable of fully replacing the skilled labor provided by farm workers. Community-supported agriculture programs and local farmers markets are part of the solution, but they cannot meet the entire nation's demand for food. We need a comprehensive approach that includes fair labor practices and immigration policies that support the agricultural workforce. The people who work in our fields are not just laborers, they are members of our communities, with families and dreams of their own. They contribute to the economy and the social fabric of our nation. Advocacy groups and farm worker rights organizations are working tirelessly to ensure that these workers are treated with dignity and respect. Their efforts are crucial in highlighting the importance of fair labor practices in agriculture. Policymakers must take these issues seriously and work towards solutions that ensure the sustainability of our food system. This includes creating pathways to legal status for undocumented workers and investing in the future of American agriculture. A thriving agricultural sector benefits everyone. It ensures a stable food supply, supports the economy, and provides opportunities for workers to build better lives. By addressing the challenges faced by farm workers, we can create a more resilient and equitable food system for all. Agriculture is truly on the edge, but with thoughtful policies and a commitment to fairness, we can ensure that it remains a cornerstone of our society. The future of our food depends on it. Let's work together to support the hands that feed us and secure the future of American agriculture. Remember the housing boom, the sound of hammers pounding, new homes springing up like mushrooms? That construction boom, which fueled our economy for years, was largely built on the backs of undocumented workers. From framing houses to pouring concrete, undocumented immigrants play a crucial role in the construction industry. They're the unsung heroes of countless building projects, often working long hours for low wages. Now imagine those construction sites falling silent, the cranes standing idle. That's the potential future if mass deportation becomes a reality. The construction industry, already facing a labor shortage, would be decimated. The cost of building a new home would skyrocket, infrastructure projects would grind to a halt, and the American dream of homeownership would become even more elusive. Deportation won't magically create a new generation of American construction workers. It will simply drive up costs and stifle economic growth.